voluntary petition for individuals filing for bankruptcy. It is also known as Official Form 101, is a crucial document in the bankruptcy process in the United States. It serves several important purposes, goals, and meanings. The primary purpose of voluntary petition Official Form 101 is to initiate bankruptcy proceedings. The filing of this form initiates the debtor's interaction with the bankruptcy court. The court will oversee the case, appoint a trustee, and schedule hearings to ensure the bankruptcy process proceeds in accordance with the law. The form requires filers to provide detailed financial information about their assets, liabilities, income, expenses, and other relevant financial data. This information is essential for the bankruptcy court, the trustee, and creditors to assess the filer's financial situation and determine the appropriate course of action. Filing the voluntary petition triggers an automatic stay, which is a legal order that halts most collection actions by creditors. This stay provides immediate relief to debtors by putting a temporary freeze on foreclosure proceedings, wage garnishments, and other forms of debt collection. The form notifies creditors of the bankruptcy filing and their rights within the process. Creditors have the opportunity to file claims, object to discharge, or propose repayment plans, depending on the chapter of bankruptcy. Official Form 101 is a legally binding document. By signing it, the filer attests to the accuracy and completeness of the information provided. Any false statements or omissions can have serious legal consequences. In summary, Official Form 101, the voluntary petition for individuals filing for bankruptcy, serves as the gateway to the bankruptcy process. Its purpose is to provide a comprehensive view of the debtor's financial situation, with the ultimate goals of debt relief and a fair distribution of assets to creditors. How to complete the voluntary petition. At the time of filing, the case number is generally unknown, therefore, leave it blank. The bankruptcy court will assign you a case number. Please identify the chapter that you are filing by placing an X in the box next to the appropriate chapter. The voluntary petition lists the first party as debtor 1. The spouse will be considered debtor 2. A married couple may be called a joint case. If married, whoever is listed as debtor 1 must be that throughout the bankruptcy documents. For example, if a Schedule A-B asks, "Do you own a car?" Debtor 1 should answer first, and debtor 2 should answer second. Be as complete and accurate as possible when answering the question. If two married people are filing together, both are equally responsible for supplying correct information. If more space is needed, attach a separate sheet to this form. On the top of any additional pages, write your name and case number, if known. Answer every question. Let's look at the questions. 1. Your full name. Write the name that is on your government-issued picture identification. For example, your driver's license or passport. Remember, you will need to show your identification and social security card when you have your meeting of the creditors. 2. All other names you have used in the last 8 years include your married or maiden names and any assumed trade names and doing business as names. Do not list the name of any separate legal entity such as a corporation, partnership, or LLC that is not filing this petition. 3. Only the last 4 digits of your social security number, and if a business, the Federal Individual Taxpayer Identification Number, ITIN. 4. Your employer identification number, EIN, if any. 5. Where you live. 6. Why you are choosing this district to file for bankruptcy. Where have you lived the 6 months prior to filing for bankruptcy? The last 6 months will determine your jurisdiction. 7. The chapter of the bankruptcy code you are choosing to file under. Check 1. Also, go to the top of page 1 and check the appropriate box. 8. How you will pay the bankruptcy court filing fee. Option 1 is whether you will pay the entire fee. You may pay with cash, cashier's check, or money order. Option 2 is whether you will pay the fee in installments. If you choose this option, sign and attach the application for individuals to pay the filing fee in installments. Official Form 103A. Option 3. Whether you are requesting that the fee be waived. You may request this option only if you are filing for Chapter 7. By law, a judge may, but is not required to, waive your fee, and may do so only if your income is less than 150% of the official poverty line that applies to your family size, and you are unable to pay the fee in installments. If you choose this option, you must fill out the application to have the Chapter 7 filing fee waived, Official Form 103B, and file it with your petition. 9. Have you filed for bankruptcy within the last 8 years? 10. Are any bankruptcy cases pending or being filed by a spouse who is not filing this case with you, or by a business partner, or by an affiliate? 11. Do you rent your residence? 12. Are you the sole proprietor of any full or part-time business? A sole proprietorship is a business you operate as an individual and is not a separate legal entity such as a corporation, partnership, or LLC. If you have more than one sole proprietorship, use a separate sheet and attach it to this petition. 13. Are you filing under Chapter 11 of the Bankruptcy Code, and are you a small business debtor or a debtor as defined by 11 U.S.C. Section 1182, 1? For a definition of small business debtor, see 11 U.S.C. Section 101, 51d. 14. Do you own or have any property that poses or is alleged to pose a threat of imminent and identifiable hazard to public health or safety? Or do you own any property that needs immediate attention? For example, do you own perishable goods, or livestock that must be fed, or a building that needs urgent repairs? 15. Tell the court whether you have received a briefing about credit counseling. The law requires that you receive a briefing about credit counseling before you file for bankruptcy. You must truthfully check one of the following choices. If you cannot do so, you are not eligible to file. If you file anyway, the court can dismiss your case, you will lose whatever filing fee you paid, and your creditors can begin collection activities again. 16. What kind of debts do you have? 17. Are you filing under Chapter 7? Do you estimate that after any exempt property is excluded and administrative expenses are paid, funds will be available for distribution to unsecured creditors? 18. How many creditors do you estimate that you owe? 19. How much do you estimate your assets to be worth? 20. How much do you estimate your liabilities to be? You must sign the document. When you sign the voluntary petition, you are declaring under penalty of perjury that the information provided is true and correct. You also agree that you understand the relief available under each chapter and that you choose to proceed under Chapter 7. If no attorney represents you, you must state whether you paid or agree to pay someone who is not an attorney to help me fill out this document, and that you have obtained and read the notice required by 11 U.S.C. Section 342b. Your signature states that you request relief in accordance with the chapter of Title 11, United States Code, specified in this petition. You must declare that you understand making a false statement, concealing property, or obtaining money or property by fraud in connection with a bankruptcy case can result in fines up to $250,000, or imprisonment for up to 20 years, or both. 18 U.S.C. Sections 152, 1341, 1519, and 3571.